When people have asked me, what you're going to do after you're done with presidency, I used to say, I am going to do everything I can, not necessarily with money, but with my expertise that hopefully I had garnered along the way, to make sure that anybody who wants a higher education can get it. And that doesn't just mean money. It means the proper preparation, the support that our leaders are giving us to get kids ready for college, and making sure they stay in college and they succeed. Look at me. Here I stand before you as the Chancellor of a nationally recognized higher education system. Nobody understands the value of a higher education better than I do. I am so privileged to be in this role because it allows me to fulfill my obligation.
It is appropriate that we're here to honor him for his incredible service to UMB over the past 10 years. I'll say I'm not just here as the governor of the state, but as Yumi Hogan's husband. And I can tell you, some people may know that she does a great job as our First Lady, but you may not know she is also the chairperson of the Dr. J. Perman fan club. She loves J. Perman, and she was very disappointed when she heard he was going to be Chancellor, because she enjoys so much working with him in his role at UMB. And so I had explained to her, no, you'll still get to see him, and he still has a very important job.
You may have heard that we will be starting a Senate trial in regards to impeachment. I'm not going to get into that at all. But the trial requires 100 senators for perhaps the next couple weeks to sit in their seats and not speak. So thank you for allowing me to speak tonight so I can get some of this out of my system. But it's good to be able to pause for a moment and say thank you for the lives that you have affected and what you've done for the state of Maryland, what you've done for Baltimore, what you've done for so many people. Many probably don't know your name, but they have benefited from your legacy. So I just want you to know I'm proud to be on your team. I bring you the greetings from your federal delegation. Your team will be with us frequently asking for different things. We know that. Governor Hogan has done a good job in keeping us in line. We're Team Maryland, and we're going to fight on Team Maryland to make sure that you have the federal resources so that you can do the great work you're doing with the support of the people in this room. Congratulations, job well done.
I am also a blacksmith. I'm an artist blacksmith. I take hot iron on an anvil and I forge it into things that I think are beautiful, like flowers and leaves and other sculptures. But last summer I was out in my shop working away, and my 4 beautiful granddaughters wandered into the shop. And they said, "Pop, we want to do something with you." So I said, "Well, what would you like to do?" And they said, "We'd like to write our names." So if you know what an anvil sits on a stump, an oak stump typically. And what we decided we would do is that we would make branding irons and burn each of their names on my stump. So we did that. Now I still have that stump, and every morning or evening or whenever I get out of my shop, I see that stump. And when I look at that stump, it reminds me of the wonderful time I had with them. It also reminds me of just how much I value them, that they have become my mission in life to a certain extent. Now, I think of UMB sort of the same way. UMB is this great big anvil. And there's a lot of hammers. There's a lot of people standing at that anvil. And what do we do all day? We forge out new doctors, new lawyers. We address social ills and other problems. We take care of patients. Now, that big old UMB anvil sits on a stump. And on that stump, there are other words that have to do with our mission. I love to teach. Teaching is on there. We do research. It's important. We take care of patients is important. So when I think about what Jay Perman has done at our university, he's actually done something on that stump. He's burned a new word onto that stump. That new word is community. And it is burned deep. It's not going to come off. And we're going to keep committed to that. So Jay, I want to thank you very much for that wonderful new word on my stump. Yep, sir.